Hey, legends, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Chat with Matt. I'm super pumped tonight to be chatting to Aussie Spartan Pro athlete Tania Drahonchuk. I think I got that right. Tania started obstacle racing in the Ukraine back in 2017, and after moving to Australia, Tania has climbed the ranks of the sport here, consistently placing in the top 10 in 2018. She was a fixture in the top 3 all throughout 2019. And in 2020, Tania made the Aussie Spartan Pro Team. She's also placed while racing in Asia and does all of this while raising a family and working full-time as a personal trainer. So I'll bring her on screen. Here she is. Hey. How badly did I get that name wrong?
Hey, how are you?
How are you? How's your evening? How's your Friday?
Look, Friday, end of the week. I had a big day today. Started my work at 6 a.m. So yeah, it's nice to finish this week. Yeah,
definitely big days working as a PT. Are you working over the weekend, or are you done for the week?
No, I work on Saturday as well, half of a day. Yeah.
Cool. And you're with Vision in Sydney?
Yes. So it's Vision Bondi Junction. A bit of a
beautiful. It's a good spot. Really good spot. And there's a couple of guys jumping on, letting me know that they're live. Adrian Maddox is here. Vlad's here. Jim Ballard's here. And we've got Quincy saying she's live as well. So, guys, if you are watching, let us know you're live. And just make sure you click on the description in the link to this video. And what I'll do, I'll just type it into the comments so that you can log in, so that we can see your pretty picture when we bring you on screen. So just like Tammy and Dominica has done as well, we can bring your little profile picture on screen. So make sure you log in, guys. And that's the comment that I've just put in the chat there. So look for that one, log in. And this is a live chat where we're going to be asking Tania all sorts of obstacle racing questions. And she's going to be answering. So long day today. What did you get up to? What does a typical work day look like for you?
So I think it started just in the beginning of the year. So I changed from Rose Bay Vision to Bondi Junction. It's much busier sport, and I started to be really busy. My usual day starts around 6 in the morning, and like late in the evening. I have a gap in the middle of the day, so I use it for training. I use it for family, studying. Yeah,
awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. I remember. I don't miss.
Maybe you do. Yeah,
I don't miss the big face-to-face PT hours, but you get to help a lot of people, and you do tend to have that little bit of time in the day, where you can do a little bit of training. So are you training? How's your 2020 looking? Getting some solid training in?
Yeah, some training. I really miss racing. So I changed my schedule a lot, and basically now it's deep mid-season. I started preparing myself to November races, but look, I'm still not sure if we're gonna be racing. And so deep mid-season, mostly strength work, functional, a lot of mobility. I went through the injury this year again, and yeah, basically it's it. Running.
Cool. So staying fighting fit, and hoping that we're going to be able to race.
Getting some muscles.
Yeah, cool. I've been doing the same. Probably not enough running though. Too much getting muscles, not enough running.
It's hard to run with muscles.
Yeah. Couple people live as well. Punzi's just posted the link to log in for the Fit Fam. Thank you. So the reason some of you can see some of the comments and some can't, I'm actually streaming to 2 places at the same time. So I'm streaming to the Facebook page and then in the Fit Fam group as well. So sometimes people message me and they're like, "What comments were you talking about?" I have no idea what you were talking about. That's why. So how did you get into the sport, Tania?
How do I get to the sport? So, being a PT back in Ukraine, I had a friend, and she's like 10 years younger than me. And she said, "Oh, there's this pumping new sport. You should try it. You're gonna like it. You do running, you do your strengths." And I had a look in obstacle racing. I'm like, oh no, it looked dangerous.
Yeah.
But oh, let's give it a go. It's my birthday. I'm paying for actually racing. All right, let's go. And then I came first. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, cool.
that actually feels good. And it pumped me up. Like, it really pumped me up. So I started reading a lot about that. I started doing specific workouts. Then I moved to Australia, and probably it was the second thing I started doing in terms of fitness. First was running, and second I went to check out OCR.
Yeah, cool. So have you got a big running background?
My mom, she's a track and field coach. So
Cool.
I had kind of no choice but do track and field.
Yeah.
I will not say that I found myself somewhere in track and field, but basically, yes, I was doing running, and just because my mom can she she was like officially babysitting me and doing her job. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, it's giving you the base that you're now reaping the
Yes.
rewards from. So
Um, I want to mention that actually I have a younger brother and sister, and they succeeded much more than myself in track and field. And
okay.
my brother, he spends a lot of time in Kenya, and he's quite successful runner.
Yeah, wow. Wow. What distance does he run?
So he runs 800 and
Cool.
1,500. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Why do you think the track and field, why do you think that wasn't for you? Why do you think you gravitate more towards the OCR?
Um, uh, Track and field is, I believe it's more sport for young. I will say, but I mean, back in Ukraine, it's sport for young people,
Hmm.
and I'm not that type that I like some kind of power be present in like in the sport. And for me, obstacle racing is about connecting strengths and functionality to and running.
Yeah,
Running by itself, it's a bit boring to
I
me.
couldn't agree more.
But yeah, so obstacle racing, it's like good balance of everything.
Yeah, cool. Have you always worked in fitness?
Say it again, please.
Have you always worked in fitness, like your career-wise?
No, I was working as a human resource manager for 10 years. I started my career in IT, then I moved into the banks, and after the banks, I decided no more human resource. No,
Yeah.
no.
So you're a recovering human resources worker now in
Yeah.
fitness and now a competitive obstacle racer, which is cool.
Yeah. I look, I can do recruitment if needed. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Cool. What does your standard training week look like?
What my training day look like, or training week?
Training week. Yeah.
Okay, so training week. Let's see. So I'm aiming for 3 CrossFit sessions. Aiming for 3-4 runs. Uh, Different variation and different goals, and I'm aiming for 3 rehabilitation session, which by itself quite hard for me to do, just rehabilitation, but it's something that need to be done, so rehabilitation,
Yeah.
stretching kind of.
Yeah. The accessory work that you have to do just to recover and perform at that level. So what you say you do like CrossFit workouts?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that at a CrossFit gym, or do you just sort of run your own stuff?
Yes, it's a CrossFit gym. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
If anyone is watching my like Instagram, I usually post something from my CrossFit gym, and it's like a second home for me. I feel quite comfortable there. Just I'm not comfortable with all the exercise. I mean, just it's good to be there. It's a community.
Yeah, CrossFit's amazing for that. It does a lot of things quite similar to OCR. Like I find that the community is incredible. They're very welcoming. You know, it is quite competitive. And I think it sort of speaks to a lot of similar people. I've actually just put your Insta, which it's live.eat.fit.
Yes.
Is your IG handle. So I've just put that in the comments if anyone wants to go and give you a follow.
Yeah.
But yeah, how long have you been doing CrossFit?
Look, I started Olympic lifting. It's something that in Ukraine is like a base.
It's huge, yeah.
So like every personal trainer need to know the base. Olympic, you are not a PT if you don't know how to do Olympic lifts. It's like, I mean, just the basic one. So when I started doing obstacle racing here, I found that CrossFit helps me a lot with aerobic capacity. But after, I was just basically embarrassed how you can't do a lot of CrossFit things, been in a CrossFit box for 2 years. How come?
Yeah.
Like, and my guys in CrossFit box, they are like quite chill and they know what I'm doing and that I'm doing this for OCR, not for CrossFit. But they just started to making jokes of me. So I started to to learn new skills. Yeah. So basically.
Yeah. It's it's one of those things, like a lot of the stuff in CrossFit is very skill based, and you can be super fit. Like you can be super fit and walk into a CrossFit gym and go okay, but if you want to be like, you know, really good at CrossFit, you have to put the work in with the lifts and the skills, right?
A good example myself is example of that. So let's say I can do easy 10 pull-ups, but I can't do keeping pull-ups. Like, what do you mean you like strict pull-ups and you can't do keeping? The same is with handstand push-ups. So I can do strict easy, I can't do keeping. Like, what?
I'm the same. I can do it all strict, but I can't do it kipping. I've never learned. I can't do double unders because I'm like, I've never learnt to do a double under, you know. I can skip really well, but you know, from martial arts background,
all the same.
The double unders, they get you. You got to practice them a long time. So do you ever compete in CrossFit?
Never actually. No. Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Yeah.
OCR for now.
Yes, let's stay there.
Yeah. How far are you looking to take the OCR?
I will say that all the COVID things, it make me think a lot. Also, I had a really good boss. He's sitting somewhere in the office and listening probably to himself. Cool. I have a boss, and he's developing some of my others and fitness skills. So, like, I will see where it will go, and sometimes when I get to some level, I'm kind of not interested to go more. So I will tell that all the COVID things and like being in top 3 for all year make me think what I want to do in OCR more Do I want to develop it into something international, maybe? Or maybe settle it down? Like, look, I'm 34. My birthday was yesterday. And
happy birthday.
Thank you. The same day with Dominica. So it just makes me think what's going on next. Will I do something out of it? Do I need to develop myself into some kind of international athlete or go high into Australia? And injuries and age, and I'm like, I don't know where it's going. I will see. I will see.
I think you've got a little bit more longevity in like OCR compared to other sports.
Yep.
Like look at, Tony Curtis and Lockie
Yeah.
Danzy, and some of these guys are absolute animals, into their late 40s. Well, Lockie's mid 40s, but
even a good example of this in females is Bianca. She's really good example for me.
Petra Swang.
Yes.
Yeah,
Look,
I don't know how old Bianca is, but she goes hard. She goes real hard. I might have to get her on for a chat.
she goes hard, and look at her ultras. Oh.
Yeah. I think it's really the longer distance stuff too, where you really mature as an athlete and actually get faster in that longer distance stuff, because I think your head game gets better.
Agree 100%. That's also the thing for me to consider as well. I don't remember someone who I will consider as my competitor in ultra apart from Bianca. So maybe if no one will switch to there, maybe I will,
dominate the long game.
We'll see.
Yeah, might be the frontier.
Yay.
So are you a naturally good long distance runner?
I'm getting there, not naturally, probably. I had a few injuries connected with going too long, too fast, too soon, and all of that. Like I have few things that doesn't play really good with me in terms of long distance running. But what I know is that sometimes I just need a bit more times than probably will the usual person will take. But it just, if I want, I can. That's
cool. You said you had an injury, I think, this year, and you said again, is it like a recurring injury that happens often, or?
Look, taking new sport, I mean CrossFit, taking new sport in after 30s, it automatically puts you in higher injury risk. So last year I struggled with the second time hip injury. So first time it was like right hip, then it was left hip. It was not stress fracture, it was stress reaction. I'm listening to my body quite good, and I can just spot the injury on early stages. And this year I had shoulder injury. I didn't sort out what exactly was it, but it took me a while to get back like into things running, like all the overhead work. And now I'm just trying to be careful.
Yeah, cool. What do you think drives you to compete the way that you do?
What drives me? Oh, it's a good question.
I do my best.
I'm quite competitive by my nature, and I will say that the feeling you have after a race, especially if you understand that you perform at your best, is like really incredible. And I will say that I don't care about the like the podium. I care, but I had a really bad situation with getting lost on beast course.
Yeah.
And what happened, so I finished earlier, and Paul told me, oh look, what you can do, you can go once again,
Yeah.
and then I will give you the finish medal and everything. I was really angry, really pissed. But look,
Which race was this at?
that was actually on Picton. I think it was
Okay.
Picton. I was really pissed, and especially considering that I was going into top 3, like it's usual.
Yeah.
I will say for that year, and I was in a really good position. So, but I said, look, that's Spartan. That's like things happened, and you can, just say, oh, I'm just quit, or you can just do what you're usually doing, just don't quit. So I went through the second round and I finished, and I was, despite of not being on podium, I was so happy of myself. I did like 40 something kilometer race. I did all
Wow.
my best. I did
Yeah.
all the obstacle. Like the second round was even like no burpees, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that.
Got the Spartan spirit.
Kind of, yeah.
It's good. It's good. How do you recover? What does your recovery look like? Is there a go-to?
So my recover is rest. That's like, I mean, really
Sleep.
maybe awkward thing to say. So I will just prefer uh, plan some kind of light activities with the family. So my family is not usually racing. Maybe daughter, she's doing the kids course, but not serious racing. So they always waiting for me and supporting me. So I'm just making sure that they have a good time with me after. So that's family free time. We always try to get to some beautiful spot and just chill. um, I do massage. I do cold water showers, not really ice baths,
Okay.
but just showers.
You did the plunging, the cold water plunging.
Kind
I
of.
think that's worth. I think it's worse. The
Um,
showers kill me.
foam rolling, tarragon. What else?
Cool. All the
Needling,
standard.
like all the
I
all
get
the
like
all
dry
the
needling done.
Say it again.
You get dry needling done.
Yes.
I've never had it done.
Really?
No, I've seen lots of people do it.
You miss it. You miss it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do it. I have to train, and then I have to do it after the training.
Yeah.
What's the main benefit of dry needling? I know a little bit about it, not very much.
So for me, the benefit of dry needling is that I have few tight spots, and some of them are connected with biomechanical issues. So it just helps me to get it done, like solved really fast. Yes, I'm unable to move straight after. My clients always laughing at me because I'm unable to move with my arms.
Locks you up.
But the next day I'm feeling great.
Yeah, awesome. I'll have to check it out. Is there a certain like activity that you recommend, before you do dry needling, or?
Any activity, racing and then dry needling.
Okay. So after racing. Cool. Nutrition. What do you eat? How do you fuel yourself?
Now I'm doing with my clients. I'm doing it's called Vision 9-week challenge. So I'm trying to lose 1 kilogram of muscles to run a bit faster.
Trying to lose a kilo of muscle. Okay.
Look, basically, I don't have fat to lose. I'm quite muscly,
Yep.
lucky genetics, and a lot of weight resistance training.
Yep.
I'm the person who will always prefer fat over carbs.
Yep.
So if you will suggest me um, butter, just salted butter, I will take it always.
Oh, really?
Yes, just like 200 grams, no bread, just butter.
You just eat butter.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I need small piece of bread just to put it on something,
Sure.
just I can't hold it in my hands. But yes, that's the
Cool.
same.
Cool. Do you do keto or anything, or is
No,
it
I'm
like
not
not strictly?
keto.
You
I'm
just really
not
like
keto
butter?
or anything. I just usually my diet is quite like not really high on carbs. It Carbs give me the really big mood swings,
Yeah. Okay.
and not really high on fat, but it's slightly higher than probably the usual running diet,
Yeah.
and quite high in protein. I like meat, all kind of meat. I like fish. Yeah.
Yeah. It fascinates me how, I've spoken to probably almost everyone in the top 10 in this
Hmm.
sport, and they all eat different things. Like
Yes.
everyone just eats completely differently and all performs at this crazy high level. And I find it fascinating how adaptable we are. We can eat pretty much anything and still perform. Like, you just said a traditional runner's diet is pretty high carb, probably 60% carbs. Um,
Yes, and look, this also plays like it's really important to understand your nutrition and just to I'm tracking my food for like I think 9 years now, like consistently in different apps. Now it's my Vision app. Before that it was my Fitness Pal probably,
yeah,
and diary how I feel. So I understand that how carbs make me feel, how fat make me feel, and that really important because I understand how I can feel on a race day and why I need a lot of carbs on a race day, because I my carb loading will be really poor. I can't do that. I will be feeling bloated, not myself. I
yeah.
tried it a million times and just no.
You mean carb load like the night before,
Yeah, it
or
doesn't
like the
work for
week
me
of?
really well. It
So
My
you just
carb
you just
loading is really small, but
okay.
on a race, I will need to consume carbs pretty frequently.
So you just hit carbs like the morning of, and
Yeah,
just load yourself up that way.
yeah.
Is that because like you're going to go straight into the event, you're going to need that energy, so you're sort of going to ride out that high and low? Do Sorry,
Yeah.
it looked like you were going to say something. Do you find you crash after races?
Um. Usually, I have I'm really high on energy for probably 24 hours, and if I'm not racing again, then I will crash a little bit. And in terms of energy, and I usually I need to, if we're talking about nutrition after post race, I need to do detox kind of from carbs.
Yeah. Okay.
It's awkward. Like I'm not eating carbs like at all. It makes me sick.
Yeah. Wow.
If we're talking about energy crash in terms of like tiredness and everything, so usually it's like 2 days later I feel that like my energy is not that high, and basically it's also connected with nutrition as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, because you're sort of injecting the carbs into the diet,
Hmm.
I imagine you'll have a crash. We're amazing at just adapting to whatever you eat. If you eat veggies all the time, and then you go out and have a big steak, you'll feel really flat and really lethargic. But if you eat meat all the time, you probably won't have that. Yeah, so I'm sort of interested to see if you do have like a fallout from the carbs. So yeah, is that how long did it take you to work that out, that you just feel better sort of without carbs?
It took me a while, and what helped me is a diary. So I was putting in the diary what I ate, like I'm tracking my food, and I also put my energy level. I put my mood, my training, and also the really like I don't know. It was awkward for me at the time. Now it's okay for me. I put how I feel about other people, how I communicate. Do I argue?
Sure.
Do I how is my mood level? Because
Yeah.
again, I find that if I'm eating too much carbs, like I'm getting this energy which I need to spend somewhere on someone, and that
Yeah.
at that time I don't want to be angry at someone.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, over the time I think it took me a while to figure out, and that like I don't react uh, really good on it. Means, look, doesn't mean that I don't eat carbs at all. I eat them, but just I eat them really in it like small portions all over the day.
Yeah.
I really, for example, bowl of rice I will go just on high.
Yeah. Wow. Super interesting. Is there like a way that you specifically prepare for events? So do you have like a way that you hype yourself up or get in the zone?
I eat butter before race.
You eat butter?
Yeah, I'm getting butter before race, especially if you're racing in bright,
Yeah.
like it's cold. Perfect.
That's amazing.
About nutrition, look, it's again, it's usual running stuff. So your running volume goes down. You getting a bit more carbs in. Usually, I work. I also add a bit more fats. No high fiber food, just like before race. I don't know. I think it's like universal recipe. Don't you think so?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes people are like, I've got a song that I listen to, or there's a go-to,
Okay.
there's something that they do.
I was thinking we're still talking about food. Maybe because I'm just
We can
hungry
talk
now
about
after
food.
the working day.
I am getting hungry because we're talking about food.
Okay. What else specific before race? I don't want to see too much people before race.
Okay.
I'm if you see me before any of our races, I'm not a talkative one really, but I will be just somewhere avoiding. I'm trying not to use social media too much, but yeah. What else? No songs, not probably. And I like my routines, just like getting the right stretches at the right time, make me feel good. Book my massage at the right time, and just no work. Just
Yeah. Cool. And let's talk about 2019, because you were pretty consistently on that podium. How many bronze places did you pick up? It would have been almost all of them, I think.
My family was joking and they were teasing me, Mom, don't come third, please. Or just like, not at all. Can you please win something else? Yeah, almost almost everywhere. And I remember one race. I think Monica was somewhere, or she couldn't make it from work or something, and my husband was like, yes, here we go, because look,
it's on.
yes,
Yeah, because
and
Mon's
it
hard
was
to beat. She's
almost
fast.
on. It was almost on, and then I haven't heard robbing going on my back. I was so angry at myself. It was we were running. I think it was Gold Coast. We were running on the creek with water, and I did a mistake with the footwear. I like my shoes were too heavy for the water running, and I was no energy left. Like crap, and I was thinking that I'm still going second after back, and I'm like, okay, just few more 200 meters to go, one obstacle, and then I see Robin coming from my back. I haven't seen her, to tell the truth, and I'm like, shit, but
That's
I
right.
can't do
I
it.
swear like a gypsy. You can say whatever you like.
Okay. But at that moment, like, I couldn't do anything, and I'm always proud to have really strong competitors.
Definitely.
And I will always say that I would rather be number 10, but among the strongest females, than number 1 in whatever. And robbing. Yes.
So, are you? How hopeful are you that you've picked up the pace for 2020? With the training. Whoop.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry. So how I will pick up pace for 2020? Look, 2020 this year started really interesting for me. So first of all, I was in US racing.
I remember.
I was racing in January in US. Really interesting experience. And then it was Oberon race number 1. I was like, oh my God, everyone is back. Like, it's interesting race. What's going to happen? But like, I think I did really well. My goal was to not to be just number 3, but to be able to be quite close to 3, 1. The goal was achieved. So we will see where it will come in November. And I'm not thinking that that other females are not training. They training, and they probably training harder than myself. But look, I do what I can, and I don't know.
It's hard to call, isn't it? I've been watching a lot of.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting when we go back to racing, because very rarely do people in this sport get such a long period where they can train without races and without things happening and little niggling injuries and falling over at events and stuff like that. Like, it's pretty rare, right, for somebody to have 6 months of training to be able to do, and then all the the problems that 2020 has brought as well. It's gonna be super interesting, I think.
Look, I know that even like, I was thinking about racing, even if I will not go as good as I want in the first race. I know myself. If it's not gonna happen, then race number 2 and number 3, I'm going to do a comeback.
So as soon as the racing's happening again, it's bang, you're back on. Cool. I think a lot of people that that'll resonate with a lot of people in the sport. I think a lot of people have sort of lost their way with their training a little bit because the goalposts have been taken away, you know, and they've sort of lost what they were aiming for. So I think, you know, even GC, I'm happy because the events are right near my house, but yeah, it's looking like, you know, probably people in Victoria won't be able to make it. So I think 2021 will be the year.
Look, I don't know even about this November. Like, is it 100%? And
it's hard to call anything this year.
Yes, exactly.
So, what's let's go a little bit left field. Oh, I thought I had another question, but I didn't. I haven't got any questions rolling in. I've had a heap of people that have been watching pretty much the whole time. Looks like people are on, but nobody's asking any questions.
Look,
They're just creeping.
People, it's Friday. People are in the pubs enjoying themselves.
Drinking.
No, I'm joking, but look, Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm not that popular.
No, there's people that have been on the whole time.
Woohoo.
So there's definitely people watching. Definitely people watching. You said you said during that the talking about Gold Coast going through the river that you had the wrong shoes. Your shoes were a little bit heavy. Yeah. Is there a go-to shoe that you usually run in?
There was usually I was running in I have a few. I have specific OCR shoes from Reebok, and I felt that they were really good. I saw a few of these shoes in like other people wearing them. So they had a special hole for the rope, and they had a special hook for the walls, and they had a good grip. So I was using them a lot for a bit long, but they're not really suitable for like longer races. The cushioning is really bad. The other type of shoes with a better cushioning for a bit of rocky races when my Nike Pegasus. And
no, I just said, oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of famous brand. But the thing with Pegasus, they're quite heavy, and they if you crossing the water, like they get it so heavy, and that was really big mistake for a race like that. And I felt it. And look, my body weight is like 54 kilograms. And if you choose one of them, like each is, let's say, 400 grams, it makes a difference for me.
Definitely. We've got a couple of questions rolling in. Fonzie says, how do you juggle the mum and OCR life?
Mummy OCR life?
How do you juggle the two, being a mum and OCR?
I have a superstar husband. It's really true. They supporting me everywhere, and my husband supports my sport. He supports my work, and now he's mama of the house. He works from home, and he drops my daughter to school. He picks her up. He's doing her homework so I can concentrate on work and training. And he was always supporting my sport. So if I say that, oh, okay, honey, you need to driving me to Blue Mountains. I have a run tomorrow at 8, starting at 8 o'clock, and it's 2-hour drive. I really want to do that. Please. You're such a good husband. He will drive me in the morning for my run in Blue Mountains. Yeah.
That's so good. Have you ever got him onto a course?
He doesn't want to.
Doesn't want to?
No.
There's time. There's always time.
And he's my main photographer and videographer, and
Beautiful. So. You need one of those?
Yes.
You need one of those, definitely. Dominique is my videographer, but she's usually running the races.
Yeah, he also says that, oh, why I need to race? I do this running like all the time. I'm running. You.
Chases you with the camera.
Yes.
No, that's awesome. Another question's come in, and I don't know who asked it because they haven't logged in. But what do you use for nutrition and hydration while racing? So while you're actually on the course, what's your go-to race fuel?
I will usually use gels. I will usually use some of the popular brands. I test them. I test them beforehand, and I usually for more of a run like mountain races, I usually use food like chewing cubes.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Water. Just usually water. We like salt tablets, water. What else? I add a bit of lemon into water because like yeah, and it's usually after, if you using a lot of gels, you usually getting sick from this chemical and really sugary taste. What else? That's probably it.
Yeah, cool. If you had 2 bits of advice for somebody looking to get into the sport, so somebody just starting, maybe looking to get competitive, what would two big bits of advice be for them?
My good bit of advice will be to do the base. Make sure that your legs are prepared for running, and make sure that you doing the basic movements. It's what I do as a PT as well. So big compound movements need to be done. Like you don't go anywhere without them. I know that in obstacle running, we don't need a lot of like muscle mass. Yeah, it's hard to carry it. I agree. But base need to be done. Just, basically it's like squats, deadlifts, bench, pull-ups. Just do that.
Get a sort of basic level of preparedness. And strength.
Yeah.
Cool. You said before that you're trying to lose a kilo of muscle, and that might have confused some people watching, but a muscle, you said before, around 50 kilos, that extra kilo slows you down when you run.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. Do you know where you want to lose the muscle from? Is there somewhere where you're like, I think I'm strong enough here, I'm gonna sacrifice that?
What I'm gonna sacrifice? I have big quads. Like all of my guys in CrossFit and in my studios are jealous. I have big quads.
Big quads.
Yeah.
So you're gonna let the quads go. Cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite race distance?
I would probably say that I like Beast. It gives you time to think. It gives you time to chase. And I'm a chase girl. I like chasing people and just, I don't know, hunting.
Yeah. Cool. Just had a question roll in from Tammy. What are your tips on grip strength?
Just do it regularly.
Okay. Any sort of go-to drills, go-to workouts that you work for your grip strength?
The thing with the grip strength and the mistake I've been doing, I skip rock climbing, bouldering in mid-season, and that's something that I need to be doing in mid-season as well, all the time. So as I said, do it regularly. So bouldering and my to-go exercise, probably I really like for grip strength. I really like be doing something like pull-ups with kettlebell, something, anything like farmer's walk, swings, just bent over row, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I think if you do a lot of CrossFit, you're on a barbell a lot as well, so you tend to get a pretty good grip strength base.
Base, yes, but at the same time, if we're talking gymnastic things, you can get pretty tiring. So, for example, my hands now are like, oh, in pain. Just
Got the CrossFit tears.
yeah.
CrossFit hands. I haven't done any sort of like hard CrossFit workouts for a while. I think I'm going to go back. I'll do like a Nerf or something, and it'll just rip me to shreds.
It just yeah.
So yeah. So there were a couple of questions roll in, but I haven't got any others. I know you've got to go pretty soon as well.
All right.
So how we always wrap up these chats, Tanya, I always ask people one question. Was there anything that you wanted to finish on before I do? Was there anything that you wanted to plug? Anything you wanted to say?
Anything I want to say? If you hear my accent anywhere on racing when I'm volunteering, you will recognize me. Just say hi.
Cool. Say hello. The accent's from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Where are you from? So cool. So the question, I don't know if you've heard me ask it before, but what's the funniest thing you've had go wrong during a race? What's your funniest race?
What my funniest thing? I need to think. I'm really serious when I'm racing, you know? Just like game
That's even better when things go wrong.
Game face. Oh my God. I don't know. It's not funny doing burpees when you don't need to do them on Atlas carry, right? It's not funny.
It's a little bit funny.
or carrying the bucket farther than it should have been. It's not funny. Or turning not the right direction and doing the extra mile. It's not funny.
Well, no, it's not. It's definitely not funny at the time, but it's one of those things you laugh after, like the 40-kilometer beast that you did. That's
yeah.
Have you been able to laugh at that one, or is that just a bad memory?
Like I was okay after that one. I will say that it was not funny. My first race in Australia was Beast plus Super, and I didn't know at that time that you need to change a chip. So I went straight from the Beast. I went straight into Super. And when I finished, the guy from the tent,
timing.
He was I remember he's still on Spartans. I still remember him. It was a hysteria. Like I was almost crying when he told me that he can't find my results from the Beast. I was like, and look, in Ukraine or Russia, we argue quite hard.
Yeah.
And it was not fun.
My partner's Polish, I know.
I was arguing quite hard with him.
I'll pay for this later.
And I was almost crying, and I was crying. Just not fun thing, but funny to remember. And I still remember this guy. I still see him on Spartan races in a tent with the timing results.
Oh no! So, because over in the Ukraine, they give you just one chip, and it goes through all the races with you. Is that how it ran?
Yeah, in Ukraine, if you want to race 2 races in a row, you go with one chip through races, and like kind of a chip has the information that you actually race in the 2 distances.
Yeah. I think that's how it was in the States when I raced as well. They we only got one chip for a trifecta.
Yeah, maybe I was racing in US only super, so I don't know really.
Cool. Well, not a super funny story. I was hoping for something a little bit funnier.
Sorry.
But that's sorry. But it's okay. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me.
Thank you,
Tatiana. It's been
pleasure.
lovely. It's been lovely, and thank you for taking the time out of your Friday after a long day. I know you're keen to get back to your family, so it's been an absolute pleasure. And if you do see Tania on a course volunteering with the strong accent, go up and say hello.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're really looking forward to see you standing on podiums again soon.
Okay, I'll try.
So I'll end this live, but you stick around, Tatiana, and we'll keep chatting for a second.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.